Yeah, man, we got a great show for y'all today, man. Y'all ready to get to it?
Might as well.
Well, yeah.
If we don't know, we will.
Yeah. Give me a little drink. All right, baby.
All right.
What's the name of the show today?
The name of the show we are talking about
Shot
cynics.
word.
So that shot word is cynics. We're talking about cynics.
Are we talking about ourselves now?
I am not a cynic.
I'm talking about me.
No, I got a little bit of cynicism in me.
Cynicism. Yeah. So we're talking about cynics. If you don't know what a cynic is, we're gonna help you. We always like to give you a little education, give you some knowledge, put a few wrinkles
in your brain.
Yeah.
So it won't be smooth when you die.
And we're gonna break it down for you. We're gonna break it all the way down for you, just in case.
I was gonna say something.
I mean, that's never really stopped y'all before.
Man, he's just a cynic.
That has not stopped.
I thought too deep, didn't
it? Right, way too deep.
Nah, that's
what you mean.
Yeah, motherfucker.
I used to have this partner at work. I used to call him Smooth, but he thought I was talking about because he had a bald head. I was like, because he was dumb as hell. He was dumb as shit.
No,
he got no wrinkles in his brain.
I hope it's not.
Slick roll. You call him Slick. What's up, Slick?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, thank you, Slick, huh?
He said, yeah, man. He just don't know.
Slick brain. Slick brain bounce. Damn.
Now, those kind of folks that you see at Walmart where some old lady's telling them, bless your heart.
Right.
Okay. So
know that baby ugly.
I'm gonna get them. Okay, so we're gonna get into whether or not you're a cynic. If you look at your screen, we already have the graphic up there for you. You know, this is a graphic type of night. Usually, we don't. Usually we do, but here's our graphic. Are you a cynic? Okay, so what is a cynic? The cynic is. Well, let me put that on there next time. So that the cynic is basically someone who tends to be skeptical or not so trusting. So we used another word that we'll have to define for you. So basically, someone who tends to be skeptical or not so trusting. And then we're going to break it down what a skeptic is. And this is pretty long. I'm gonna let Black Man Strong give y'all this because he is just so. Can you see it?
You got your glasses?
Look.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Don't say my age now.
Look at the title where it says, are you a cynic or are you skeptical? And go down where it says being skeptical. There you go.
Being skeptical.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Where are
we being skeptical?
I think he been on them tweets again.
No, like you said my age when you said look at the glasses.
Being skeptical. At the top where it says, "Are you a cynic or just skeptical?"
Ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna give it to you. Being skeptical means having doubts or questioning things. It's when you don't immediately believe something and instead want more evidence or information before accepting it as true. Okay, skeptical people often approach new ideas with a curious but cautious mindset, seeking to understand and verify before fully trusting or accepting things. Okay, I know I said a mouthful, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, those people who are, they always look for something, I guess, bad or something to happen. They just can't believe that things are going to work out or things happen as they should or things are happening good for them. They always looked at the negative.
All the time.
Yeah.
It's always messed up.
Yeah.
So do y'all think y'all cynics?
Well, like I said, I know that I'm a cynic because I've always criticized myself more than I criticize anybody else. And it put me in a position where if I put myself on that type of level of criticism, I'm definitely gonna look outside like this might be some bullshit. There might be some bullshit. But I still pride myself on the fact that I try to look at the glass half full, versus half empty. So I don't see myself as a skeptic, but more as a cynic because I want to make sure that it's that way.
Oh, okay.
It still feel like I'm.
What about you, Rico?
Man, I think it's a day-to-day process the more you get older. I think sometimes in our younger years, we are kind of skeptical about things, or mid-years, like say 30s, 40s, man, you know, we start getting hardened a little bit
Mm-hmm.
because you've been wrong this way. You've been done right here and there, but for the most part, the world is cruel and they make you have a negative.
Mm-hmm.
They make you get real with the situation day to day. And you start picking and choosing who real people are. And you got to take that. So, I mean, I feel like I was an optimist up until I was like, you know, 29, 30. And then I was like, man, this sucks.
Right,
you know,
right.
The situations suck. And then, but I think it's different for everybody.
Yeah,
some people are just on the winning side of life.
I try to, but sometimes you just know people, or just like a genre of people. Like, I try not to be like that, but most of the time you get proved right. Oh, see, they just young. They gonna do. Yeah, I know what they gonna do. Well, you know what I'm saying? So I'm cynic. I'm a cynic in that way because I be like, oh shit, how old are they? Oh yeah, they gonna fuck up.
Instantly think.
You know what I mean? I'm automatically like, not everybody like that, but you group of motherfuckers out. How about that?
Well, I think your logic.
And I just, you know what I'm saying?
I think our logic dictates our skepticism. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you put 2 and 2 together, you start seeing that 2 and 2 don't make 4, it makes 6, and there,
right.
you know, that scenario, it just
like I
becomes
was
real
you
with
earlier,
the world. You know,
my girl, she automatically sees me as a grumpy old man, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
because that's the cynic in me. If I don't like it, if I don't feel like it's too much or unnecessary, I'm gonna be open
and
about it. I'm gonna be very. I could come off insensitive.
Yeah, but that's not the intent.
It's not
the intent to tell you the truth.
It's just mentally I'm setting my ways on certain things.
Oh, so you are a grumpy old man. That's the shit old people say.
Now. Okay, so as we tend to understand, cynicism. As we tend to understand, we are. As you look at the screen, it's telling you they're motivated by their self-interest, and I think that's very important.
Yeah.
That's what makes you a cynic because you're involved, you know. With
but is that even wrong though? Because like I'm always about myself first.
Well,
you know what I mean. Like the way my views are my views. Now I will give on them when some people when you make sense.
Okay.
If you don't make sense to me, I'm not bagging off my views. I'm sorry, but you shouldn't be like that. Look, until you prove me different, I'm sticking to it.
Right.
I'm just gonna be who I am right now. Well, I think me and Fred had we talked about that, just throughout guy talks and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we were I ain't gonna say no names, right? We were talking about a relationship, this particular relationship about this certain person. He's like, you shouldn't be like that. Slick came off like a racist. But I said, I'm not a racist, bro. It's just the fact that I see something and I want to, okay, this is my foundation for seeing. I see that I didn't like it.
Your
now,
foundation of it.
My foundation of it. Now, if this person do this same thing again in a certain way, and they don't do it sober, I always do it drunk, I got a problem with it.
Right.
It's intentional. And that's just me. And then like Fred and my wife, they agree with each other. But look, and I'm still standing on my goddamn gun. I don't give a fuck what now one of you. I'm still like, you're not a now one of you think.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna say this, and that may make you a cynic, but we're gonna say this, but sometimes your lens and the way that you see things, that's what you're entitled to. That's totally your opinion. When we step in and we feel like it's extreme, is that everything that we think, everything that we believe is usually something behind it. That's not the reason. Right. It's something behind it. It's always something behind it to lead
us cause and effect
to be that way. Yeah. Now, whatever it is, it will affect your worldview or their view, because this is the lens that you have on. Right. See, right now can't nobody tell you nothing about this. When we can't tell you anything,
nobody tell me nothing.
When we can't tell you nothing, when we can't change your mind and we can't tell you anything about it, it may be time to come sit down and think about it.
And that's what I'm saying. I might be a cynic because I'm not gonna think about it until like the point. Okay, I saw this. Yeah. Now it depends on if you change or not. If this is whoever I'm talking about, do not change. Okay, I was right.
Well, we have
if you change. Okay, you know what? I digress. I'm gonna digress.
My thing is the same amount of energy got to be put into it for you to make it seem like I'm going overboard and you're not.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if I feel like if I'm going the extra mile on something and you're not, and then you saying I'm being cynical about it, I may be. because of that fact. I'm going so far.
But like Rico said too, it's like it's on a day-to-day basis type thing. Like, you know, everything
made up
different.
on this shit.
Yeah, for this particular subject. Yeah. Now another subject, I might be loose about it. Like, you know what? I really don't know enough about it personally to even talk about it.
But as it pertains to this,
but and I think one of the things about cynics is even in our example, it says, you know, how you make things gloomier than they really are.
Yeah.
You know, how you take it that extra step forward to be like, well, this is me or whatever, or this is just how I am or whatever.
Yeah.
And you doubt people's every action that somebody take. If you doubting whether it's sincere or not, and you think something's always behind it, then you know that's the cynic in you, because you can't see that this is that this person is genuine, or that this person is this or that, because you already have that view.
And I think about it, you're right,
because
a lot of
something
times,
else that could have
because
occurred,
even with me, I went through like everybody, I went through a certain amount of stuff in my life to where I already think a certain way about people when I see them. Do I want to be like that?
No,
not necessarily, but just to protect me and my feelings. Because I love me, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm going to protect me. So I'm going to be like that, until, like I say, until somebody change my mind. If you don't change my mind about that, I'm just going to be that way. Now, I ain't going to just be out in the open and just be like, oh, this is me, and you can't. I ain't going to say this necessarily out loud, but you going to know.
I have them.
I ain't going to say it out loud, but I will have justice like,
we got it, but we all.
Go ahead. I don't always do it. But I feel like when I get pushed to a certain limit, my back to the wall, and people look at me like I'm such a cynic that I don't hear them. No, I hear you, but I'll put it like this. This is what I would normally say in a situation like that. The only one person who's gonna come to my defense will be me.
Right.
In a tight situation, if everybody else disagrees, I'm still gonna agree with me. So that can make you a cynic in certain points.
Because you know, sometimes you have to at least listen to that other view, because that could be, you know, what's keeping you from, you know, and we all are different people at different times. Don't get me wrong, because some people, when they drink, they totally different.
Right.
Some people, when they're not drinking, they're different. Some people the same whether they drinking or not.
Right.
Okay, now who you gonna be? Now, and some people, they adapt and they change according to their situation, their surroundings. Right. Is it a defense mechanism, or is it nervousness, or is it just the vibe? You know, the vibe or the environment? Because we all, whether we want to admit it or not, we all change when we get around certain people. Yeah. We start talking a little bit proper. We start doing a little, you know, different.
But don't be that
to fit in.
Yeah, don't be that person when a girl come in the room and everybody just start downing each other. That's why your dick little, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You weren't saying that before. The girl walked in. Now you want to just bring out all the dirt, bro. We weren't even on that before this dick came in the room. Right.
Now that's just showing.
See, that's pull out your money, start counting your money. What you counting your money for? You ain't counting no money all night. You counting your money over and over again.
That's showing off. See, I need another lady here. That is showing off. That is a bit excessive, but you know, like I said, we all are chameleons. We all adapt to our situation, and like I said, sometimes it may be because the person is nervous, or they're scared, or
but some people be playing.
Or they just drunk.
They be now. See, like certain people, I give a pass to it being drunk. Some people I don't, because when you drunk and you act a certain way, and you always act like that, I'm fine with it because I know what you're gonna do.
But when it's expected.
Yeah, it's expected. But when you start being drunk and start doing other shit because of different stuff, then I'm watching you. I'm like, hold up, bro.
But you ain't showing now. You know, we all want to be liked. We all want to be accepted. If you go back to, I don't know, like when you first meet somebody, and you want the parents to like you, or you want their family to like you. At first, you don't know what to expect. You're acting a certain way that ain't even you. You know, how they always say, be yourself.
You have your voice on.
We're never ourselves, you know, until we get to know that person. And then we'll be like, okay, now I can just breathe and let loose and show them who I really am. Right. And sometimes it's just all about that. But you got to realize, too, that we're different. We're totally different from that other generation of our kids and stuff. We're totally different.
Because at this point, we have
you got to give them a pass sometimes.
Sometimes.
So to me, it makes you feel
I'm
like,
just praying for grace.
It makes you feel like that being a cynic and a skeptical is a very, very thin line.
Yes, it is. It's
man, I honestly think the most skeptical folks that I've ever met have been like the most, like if we're talking about real cynics, you know what I'm saying? Like most of them, they do things to impair whatever's fixing to happen. It's like self-imposed, and then I feel like they get into a domino effect in life, and nothing goes right. But it's all because of themselves and making the wrong choices. And so now they're predicting, now everybody's got that life based on their little perception. So life just sucks.
And that's the thing too. We were talking to my oldest son, and he talked about perception. Like your own perception is yours. When people started trying to put their perception off on other people, that's when you fuck up. Yeah, because you think people think that you're supposed to think like them. Yeah, not the truth. Yeah. You know what I mean? As soon as you start doing it, you fucking up. You're gonna mess up the relationship. Yeah, you're gonna mess up yourself too, because you thinking this whole thing revolves around you and how you think. Yeah, so far from the truth.
Well, that's like narcissism.
In a way,
like everything's about you anyway. But I feel like that's why a majority of normal people hang around like-minded people. If you ever looked at it, you got really smart.
Somebody how crackheads hang around crackheads. And alcoholics.
That's what I mean. Everybody's like,
but I feel
man. So I feel like everybody's perception of reality at different levels dictate. I mean, because like I said before, right now our reality is the same, right? And we're sitting here, we're both having a conversation. But when I leave here, our reality changed very drastically. It's like that saying: "Have you ever seen if a tree fell in the forest and nobody was around, did you hear it?"
Right.
Type. I mean, who knows? But
I don't know. I know that squirrel did.
But that's a perception of reality that I feel like it's their reality on. Right, and then they make decisions based off of their own viewpoint. So, I mean, you can tell real fast whose cup is half full and half empty.
Right. Yeah. So even just being a cynic, man, I don't have a problem with being one. But
I feel like 80s people growing up, I mean, we were just outside. We saw the world raw. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're more
raw. I wouldn't say wrong
because it's more like
wrong. We was just wrong.
Because but it's still different. Like even like I don't really talk about this a lot, but I'm just gonna bring it up for a hot second. Get in and get out type shit. It's like when people trying to push religion on you, right? So as soon as you don't agree with them, you going to hell. Yeah. Right? You automatically going to hell no matter what you think. Cynical. Right? So even though you living in your faith and your
finite. The thought process is
right. So you going to hell. Now, who are you to say I'm going to hell?
Well, that's some self-righteous people. It's some you know what I mean? And they care more about it's almost like religion over God. You know what I mean? Right. Like that makes them more holier than anybody above them.
So I looked at some stuff and people just were talking. Not that this is not my view, people. I'm just saying. They said, "Well, Jesus a cynic."
I don't remember seeing
it. I'll be going above.
Well, was he just telling the truth?
Was Jesus a cynic?
And it was your viewpoint.
Yeah,
cynic, not sinner.
Cynic. What we talking about? What we talking about?
Cynical.
Cynic, same thing.
Hey, I told you to come back along.
Pretty much.
But was he so? I was just looking at it. So then it made me think. I'm like, well, when you get delved into the way you think, and can't nobody change your mind about it, you're gonna accept it or get the fuck on, right?
Yeah.
So that's what we talking about. Like, I don't care if you don't accept it. Like, this is just what it is.
This is finite.
Right.
Well, I think that's more of a personality. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Yeah. It
that's
could be.
Just the way
it could be.
You are.
Maybe.
Because you're not really that way.
So
But if you walk that way all the time, that's how people gonna perceive you.
Absolutely.
But I feel like that thought process comes like being tempered still. You at some point you've been groomed to think that way.
Well, it's just life in general. That's what I'm saying. Like in perception, is 90%.
I don't think that nobody just automatically is just cynical.
Right.
It's so much. It's a lot.
But see that's the cynic in me. I think most people are like, cause you walk your life.
Right from wrong.
Yeah, but I'm talking about you walk with intent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody walk with intent. Like I walk,
but everybody's integrity is not the same.
We ain't talking about integrity. I'm talking about intent. Well, the way we walk, girl, like I walk with the intent for nobody not to say shit to me. The way I walk, that's intentional.
But everybody's got an agenda.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, every individual has an agenda.
But is it wrong though? So you can't say
no.
I call it situational. You know what I mean?
Do you think it's a coping mechanism for some people?
It could be.
It is.
Because it helps them so they won't get hurt.
Well, see, I know certain people,
maybe so they won't get hurt. So if you see things a certain way, then you won't get hurt because you was expecting that whatever that was to happen. You was expecting something bad to happen.
Right.
So, if you go through life and you expect, how you always tell me that people do what you think they're gonna do.
Right.
And I'm always like, oh, I'm just so, hurt and so disappointed that so-and-so did that or said that. And you're like, I'm not, because I expect people to do those things. Well, I look at a different way. I'm like, okay, I want everybody to be good. I want to see the good in everybody, but realistically, I know that everybody is not inherently good.
That's why, that's why I'm like that, because I ain't got time to I'm already emotional anyway. So if I protect myself from that, okay, I want you to do this, but if you don't, ain't no sweat off my back. Either way.
So like she said, it's a coping. It's a certain coping mechanism that you got to deal with it in a certain way.
But it lets you to know who's for you, because it's gonna hurt. It always hurts. But it strengthens you because it lets you know, okay, well, I'm not gonna let that person get in. Just that person.
For me,
that don't mean everybody. You don't do everybody like that because you had this one bad experience. You won't let nobody else get in. Your circle will get to you that deep because person did.
I found myself getting hurt more about it and learning about it more often than I should have. Because I had to learn that, you know what, nobody's. I was actually told this. I said, well, if I feel this way, I'm gonna love you like this. I'm gonna do this.
I'm gonna do you like
this. And
then
they said, well, I don't see it that way. It's what you see it. Well, I obviously don't need to be with you or around you then, because, like you said, our love should be equally yoked. Does that make me cynical if I think that I should have what I want?
Well, realistically, it's not always going to be.
Right,
exactly.
Because you think you want it to be and you feel like it should be. Well, who are we to? I mean, we don't know. Who.
But in the same definition, like what you said, what he said a minute ago, and I got my glasses too. I ain't got my glasses, I can see. But like you said, and then it's my glasses and this. But cynicism is a simple term in the tendency to believe that people are generally motivated by self-interest and to view things in a negative or distrustful way. It's like wearing glasses, making everything look a bit gloomy. So like I was saying earlier, it's like not seeing the forest for the trees type of thing.
Because you want to see it this way.
I know I feel
to protect yourself.
Personally, I feel a victim to that.
Yeah, so you won't get hurt.
Well, I feel like we should do this type of thing in the sense of being together or love, romanticism, whatever the situation may be. I can't expect them to do that all the time because it's just me.
I don't never. I don't never expect nobody. But I don't expect nobody to do right. But I will hope that they will.
Well, the thing is, you know what the difference between a skeptic person and a person of reality is? The people who have been in situations where they think that person is going to do exactly what they would do or make, and then when they don't, it brings back,
hurts them.
It hurts them real bad.
Yeah.
So there's a separation there from the people who have realized that you got to take yourself out of your perception and just kind of look at it from a bird's eye view. And then there's those people who have not figured that out yet, and they still get emotional.
But isn't that what makes us who we are?
Exactly.
Or our personality. That's what makes us who we are. Most people who, they say, oh, so-and-so got a big heart. And they're so giving and so caring.
But me, I'd be like, they just a damn fool. Because they keep on doing it, dumb it. They keep on doing it. They just a fool. Yeah, they giving. Until you don't, they let that same person not give no more. And how you going to think about
the whole perception?
It's going to change. Oh, they know they was like that. I didn't usually do anything. But yeah, he got stepped on so many times. Yeah. Now he didn't change.
Well, the key word is usually,
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, and that's why I'm not putting myself through that with you.
Man.
You know what I mean?
Like I've always been I think it's based on personality too. Like there's certain people in this world that just piss you off when they talk. And they aggravate you or this, that, and the other. And look, speaking of that, man, my son got me like growing up, and I became a real cynic to what he would do, and because he was always self-destructional. You know what I mean? He'd go, be good, and so over time, it's like, man, that kid's light bulb's screwed in, but it's just flickering, but here lately, man, I really had to get on his little ass. But he got a job, and I'm gonna tell you, man, his light bulbs. Hey, man, he's
working a little bit tighter.
Oh, for real. And he got this big, thick ass mustache, and he looks like
his dad.
No, No, this dude, he looks like he's got an eyebrow over it.
Like his dad.
It's weird as hell. Anyway, but no, his light bulbs have like a low dim now, and it's not flickering, but he's trying to do what he needs.
At least it's staying on.
Yes, but here's the thing: is my perception of reality of him and knowing, because he's the type, man, you go in the room and be clean, and then you open up his closet. You know what I'm saying?
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
But I know that I think it's based off of who you know, and you're skeptical of that person and what they do, their decisions in life versus this one who's going to do X, Y, and Z. I think it's based off of that. There's just too many variables that go into people's
and
things.
life events, like you said. What's going on if you're having a hard time? You know, in life, you could be a cynic because you've just been through so much.
Yeah.
And you don't, and that's what you expect. You like, okay, nothing good's ever going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, to me or for me at this point.
Right.
And then when something good does happen to me, it doesn't last. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's a classic cynic because they have to be that way.
Yeah. And you know, it don't always have to be. Always have to be negative though.
No, it don't have to be negative. Let's get into some positives and negatives.
Right.
Since you brought that up, OCB. Okay, so here's some positives of cynics. Critical thinking, because this forces them to think, you know, critically. They have a strong sense of skepticism, so they question things, and that's healthy. Questioning of things is fine. You know, sometimes people question everything. Why? But some things
motherfuckers just do it.
Some things actually do need to be questioned.
Damn.
But and it's a time that you don't question things. You know, like
it's just like that day you did me when I was telling you about old boy, and he was a tennis player. I didn't think you. I said, look. I'm your man. You listen to me. I never steer you wrong.
And I said, I'm just
just because of my opinion. I said, it ain't no opinion, it's a fact. Look it up, and I'll get back with you.
And I felt some
she felt some kind of way though. But when she looked it up, I was right. But it kind of hurt me that she didn't take, you know what I'm saying, my word for it. You know what I
can't agree with you all the time.
Yeah, but it was about, you know, I get that, but it was like, it was factual. It was factual, so you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, it made me feel some type of way in a good way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but I
seen you smart then.
Yeah, I had to challenge you a little bit. I had to challenge you a little bit.
Was at a low damn
I love what my Google ass.
Yeah,
I love being a little lady.
I never heard of the man being a chance player. Not that you don't know your stuff, you know. I'm just like, no, it ain't. You know.
Hold on. You gotta call him.
It's the longest ring.
Yeah. What up? This your boy OCB. Who I'm talking to? I don't hear nothing. Hold on, caller. You break. I'm gonna
go on and do something with yourself.
Go ahead, caller. What's up? What's
going on with you?
What up, Rondell? What it is?
My friend, Rondell on his head.
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Man, what's the name of the show? I be on my level.
He don't never know what the name is.
He don't never know, man. Send us. Well, I can't even say it now, goddamn. Cynic.
Hey, Cynic, what the hell is that, a robot? What the hell is a Cynic?
Tell them what it is, baby.
Cynics are hey,
bro, don't get beat up.
Yeah.
Someone who is skeptical or not so trusting Rondell. They view things in a negative way.
Oh Lord, I got one of them in the house.
It's probably you.
I got one of them in the house. Hey, and for one, you know, shit be going, hey, Rondell be on a whole other page sometimes. Some people don't understand me sometimes. I can understand myself though. But some people don't understand it. Hey, for one, Rondell don't give a damn. For two, Rondell don't give a damn. For three,
there's two of you?
Rondell don't give a damn. But anyway, that's a good topic. That's a good topic right there. That's a good topic. But anyway, how everybody doing?
Oh, we good. We good out here.
Maintain.
What you want though? You ain't said nothing. What's up, man? You messing up our show.
I just came through. I just want to say hey. And tell y'all again, Rondell don't give a damn.
Thank you, Rondell. Thank you, Rondell. Interrupted my slideshow.
Look, there you go. You know,
You say you're welcome. Bye.
Before we get back to our slideshow, we do have some people out there listening. We got Mama. She said, "Hey, family." We got and Ron in the house. I don't think I ever seen you tune in, Ron. Hey, Ron. Scooty Booper.
Scooty, what?
Scooty Booper.
What the hell is a scooter boob? What up? What up? This your boy OCD.
Oh,
my bad.
We can charge $9.99.
I know. Listen to that voice. And then we got Miss Lola on here. And we got everybody. Yeah, we got Lola.
Her name is Lola. Lola Falana. What up?
She is in the house. She's late, but she's in the house. So we got a lot of our family in the house supporting us. And got
what's up.
Trina. Everybody's on here watching, our loyal supporters. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in.
And let us know what you think. Don't be
scared. Are you a cynic? Like y'all look through here and figure it out. Okay, back to my thing about my positive things. And another positive thing about being a cynic is realism, because most cynics, are realists, Are they more tuned to the potential, risk and things that could happen? We talked about that.
Can I ask you a question on that?
Go ahead.
As far as the realism goes, I feel like this what gets me in trouble.
A lot of
as
stuff
far as being a cynic.
Black man strong.
Yeah, dude. Because I be so adamant on logic.
Mm-hmm.
If it's illogical, I'm like, hold up.
You and Asia.
And Jalen.
I overanalyze things so much. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
you
like,
in your head.
Yeah. And then I get to the point where, all right, it's deafening.
That's all you hear.
It's all I hear is my life.
You can't hear nothing outside of it. Yeah.
That's why I said
it's got to make sense to you. It got to make sense. It got to be tangible to you to make sense to you.
Right.
For you to for that situation.
So what would be a good coping mechanism for
I'm glad you asked me that. We're gonna get to that in a minute.
All right.
Okay. My last positive aspect is protection. We talked about that. Because that can serve as a defense mechanism, guard you and protect you against being disappointed and betrayal. Because some people don't take disappointment very well.
Or just to get things right.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I get tunnel vision quick. When you tell me to do something, I'm locked in, like strictly on that. Don't be calling me for no other stuff and throwing, you know what I mean? Like in the mission.
That's an Aquarius.
It's like even like y'all see my cooking partners back there. Like either one of them give me a job to do. You know what I mean? If it's not I'm gonna do it. And they know that I'm gonna do it till like I might overdo it. I'm like, damn, bro, I ain't asked you to do all that, but you asked me to do this. So I'm gonna look at every branch of this job and I'm gonna try to, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's it. Yeah. You know what I mean? To make this thing work. That's all, you know what I mean? And I'm like that with a lot of stuff though, with music. I probably I'm trying to learn how to play guitar. First of all, I just want to do the music. I don't know how to play half this, but I'm bad. So, like, if somebody come up, bro, you know how to play the guitar, you know how to do this. I'm gonna have all the tools like sitting there for whatever might go on.
You can do enough.
So You know what I mean? So I had tunnel vision that way, and I don't know if that's necessarily being a cynic in a way, but it's just the way I think. You know what I mean?
As far as the definition
just with
goes,
you know what I mean.
You are, but I wouldn't see it in a negative light.
It may
be right. Yeah, but I just but somebody else might, because I might overstep. Because I come off as overstepping sometimes. Because you are a perfectionist.
You could be a perfectionist.
Yeah.
I don't think it could be perfectionist.
Yeah.
It's not it's not as bad as a God complex or anything like that. It's just that you just want things to be right.
Yeah, that's
like a Van Gogh mile to make sure the things are right. But let's get into the negative aspects of cynicism. We basically talked about negativity.
Yeah, we kind of
people being negative, having a negative outlook. Stuff leads into somebody else. I think I walked into the garage yesterday and y'all was like, you say it don't come no further because it's some negative energy. And that type of stuff. Can rub off of you or whatever.
And I don't need that in my bedroom.
And that's what happened to a lot of people. Especially if it's female.
No. So it's
mad at each other.
No, it's literally like okay,
right. Dive out this motherfucker.
When no for real. But like when somebody, I'm protective of my wife, right?
Oh no, absolutely.
So when people walk in that I know that's negative, I'm trying my best to protect them. I'm already on defense. Baby, you probably don't even want no part of this conversation because it's gonna ruin your mood, and your mood will ruin my mood, and then the whole thing fucked up. type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to come speak, go on speak, and then leave.
Man, most
not trying to tell her what to do, but I'm trying to protect her.
Control.
Yeah.
I think we do that a lot.
You might not want to
be a conversation that will start an argument between you and her. Later,
right.
And you're like, hey, there's some bad bread to break.
You're supposed to have control over the situation.
Right.
And it does happen like that too, especially with females when you know one of them is mad and you know you talk to your friends like, oh, my husband in the doghouse, he did A, B, C, D, E, and you be like, okay, well, no, I'm good. You know, I'm good, but you can easily find something and be like, yeah, mine did this and this and this too, and you know, everybody mad.
You heard the brown chicken voice.
I am mad, you know. So things do rub off, especially when you have, you know, you talking. That's why you gotta, you know, keep your circle with people that you know are not going to put that negativity in the atmosphere for you. Just because they going through, don't mean you got to go through too. You might be happy in your relationship right now, and they going through.
Yeah, they want you to be mad.
Both of y'all can't go through at the same time. Everybody going through. Everybody mad. Everybody's getting a divorce. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you got to be like, okay, well,
sometimes it be necessary.
Yeah, what can I do to, you know, help to cheer you up, you know, or make you feel so you won't, you know, be carrying that stuff around. That's all it is. Because when somebody is in your circle and they cheer you up, you forget what you was mad about in the first place. Then you go home and start skipping again and lay it down.
Yep.
And put it down.
Yep.
What Cat Will say? You had them light bills, and then you hit the blunt and be like, man, fuck them lights. You talk to the right people.
You got to do something to.
You got to have an outlet.
You got to have an outlet.
So
and I'm not saying smoke the weed, people. I'm just saying.
Hey, man, whatever you got to do. Like, it's okay. I think it's cool to be a cynic. It's cool for all of this, but like Recon said earlier, it depends on the time of the day because you got to figure it out for you.
I think it's realism, like it's logical. Like people, there's certain folks in this world. Have you ever thought that there's just people out there that has more life experience out there and they've interacted with so many folks or groups and you've seen so many personalities that you done figured it out.
Yeah, that's Fred. That what Fred be telling her. And since he the oldest in the group.
So, you know, it's one of those where
what it is? Hold on.
Got another phone call.
Hey man. What up? This your boy OCB. Who I'm talking to?
Hey, I got a question.
This goddamn running. What run there?
I got a question. It's been dawning on my head. I can't get rid of the goddamn problem. So since Run there real cool with, if you don't know, you will. If we all put me in the old folk home, it's like this shit.
Yeah. I want to put you in that.
Why you gonna do that?
Cause Run there don't listen.
But that's okay, cause don't you know I wear a diaper and I take my pimples off and throw doodle balls at you?
No. You ain't never seen none of that Run there.
And that's why he's going to the nursing home right there. Okay, let's get back to our downsides. We talked about negativity. It's also limited opportunities. You know, how can you embrace new things if you think that something bad is gonna happen all the time? You know, so. Yeah,
I mean, for cynics, I don't know if it's possible.
You don't know,
but like I say, I think I'm a cynic sometime and not all the time. But it just, man, I don't know. How would you feel?
When it comes to certain, okay, I'm gonna say when I'm
because I don't think I don't think I'm just cynical like that. I don't think like I know I have those ways.
Yeah, you do.
I know,
but I'm not completely.
I know I do have the ways.
I'm cynical when it comes to food. Now I will say.
Oh yeah, man, she's about to beat me up, bro. She'll put me out.
They'd be like, "Will you try this?" I don't think it's gonna be nasty. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing I can think about it. I'm really cynical about it. If I smell it and I look at it and it does not look appealing to me or something that I don't think I might like, I won't try it. I'll be like, no, that's gonna be nasty. You know what I'm saying? So I do have to broaden my horizons and not be cynical about certain food because I'm like, no, that's gonna be nasty. I don't want that. So if I keep that lens, then I'll never know when something is really good. Right. You know, or if it will be especially certain
and that's like not only with food, just interacting with people too though. Like the interaction with people always. But it's a good analogy because anything you put in your body, you put it in your body. Yeah. Especially if you're eating. So you should treat people in situations like you would a good meal. Am I gonna eat this? Am I gonna digest this right? But you don't know unless you try it though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the problem. I won't try it.
you treat situations like a good meal. Yeah.
Man, that's a good way to look at it. People like in my life You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not mentally, not right off the bat.
Yeah.
Or you know what I'm saying? Like not. So in my subconscious, I think I've gotten through life by like when I meet them, boom, they're like this, they're like this, and then you categorize it. So I think you get used to being a product of your environment, and you kind of get into a situation where most people are how they are going to be around in that one area or group. And you don't figure that personality type. And I think going through life, like you could tell which ones are going to, you know, fuck you off or screw you over.
But sometimes you don't until you have a conversation.
But then you get that perception of people want to look at you like you're a cynic, and in reality, it's like, no, this situation has fucked me over more times.
It was more about the situation than it is the person.
But I mean, I think that goes back to the day to day, and you've done figured life is a day to day basis. I mean, anything can happen at any given point,
and that's one of the downsides, strained relationships, because you perceive certain people, like OCB says, certain people perceive him as, well, he is unapproachable sometimes.
On purpose. But that's on purpose though. You know, it's deliberate as hell.
If you don't
like
take the plunge and talk to him, you'll never know who he is or what kind of type of person he is, because he's not gonna probably talk to you.
No, he'll bite you.
So that's
the first time you meet him, he'll
gonna bite you.
Yeah, I got the scar. That's how we became friends.
So that being unapproachable and things like that can cause you a good friendship, you know, by being cynical and just being, okay, I'm just be that way, and nobody say nothing to me because I'm, you know, not going to perceive it well. I'm just going to be me or who I am. Yeah.
It happens.
But see, I hate that excuse when people give it to me. Like, that's just,
you're trying to change me. I'm just me.
That's who I am.
Yeah.
It's like, I didn't ask. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying.
What you just said, just suppose it's part of the script right here. It's not about being grumpy or a negative person. It's about being a shield.
I think it's called non-accountability, but we're starting to see it more and more for people that are out there, and then they have a problem when they get called out on it. I think that is like 90% of reality we're living in right now.
Yeah, what is the cause of that though?
Their own personal
social media is the cause of that.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I feel like we don't have enough.
You being a cynic towards social media, brother.
Hey, I don't know.
I most certainly fucking it. We don't have enough of this. We don't have enough human interaction to deal with each other enough. You see what I'm saying? To be able to say, my personality is this personality, because
the old man coming out again.
Yeah, it is. Because so much shit could get misconstrued. Listen, what it said on Hot Tub Time Machine, I'm used to talking to girls with my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Not texting, not video chatting, not none of that. I'm used to having right in front of me. If you don't like me, you're not gonna like me for me. Not what I can post.
Well, I think that's different. I think that's very different from what I'm saying, because like what you're saying, like you're an independent person. That's different from when something bad happens to you, and then all of a sudden you won't take accountability for your actions and what you've done to put yourself in those situations. And so I think it's a lack of accountability, and then they use as an excuse, well, that's just me, or that's just who I am. And it makes you want to slap the dog shit out of somebody. I mean, because everybody knows.
But you don't have to be a part of that, though.
Like, no, you don't have. Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
You can't use that excuse every time. That's what he's saying.
Sometimes you can't get out of it. You may have coworkers where they, you know what I'm saying, that you just want to just trip on purpose. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it is what it is, but I think that's just
that doesn't make you a cynic. That makes you aggravated. God damn it! No,
he's very passionate about that. About that part. So, what do our studio audience, y'all?
Matter of fact,
want to weigh in on?
Matter of fact, the cooking partners need to go and partner up, don't?
Oh yeah, we got them, man. We just we get through. We got a couple more things we got to go through.
Oh yeah, we got a couple more things. I just wondered if they wanted to weigh in on the topic.
Oh, y'all wanted to weigh in? Y'all anything y'all got to say about being a cynic?
2 minutes left.
There's a couple of things. Man, I do think it's like on a case by case basis, though. You know, because like you can take a person that, you know, ain't never like ain't got nothing easy, you know. So he gonna go through every page. He gonna turn over every rock before he make a decision to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like then you got people that might just jump without the parachute. Think about that later, you know, on the way down. You know, so Like it's being a cynic, just like on a case by case basis. You know, like you not always that, but most of the time you are. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, so it's definitely a kind of like a touch of subject.
Play by play type of thing.
Okay.
I think you are that when you need to be at all.
Whatever element you in at that moment.
Yeah, that's it.
I feel. What about you, Chef?
I think there's nothing wrong with a little bit of skepticism in life, or that you may apply to a certain situation. I know me. The older I get, the wiser I get. Sometimes I am skeptical just by, out of default, because not wanting to make a right down decision. So I may seem a little skeptical, you know what I'm saying, until I sort the situation out or do my homework, you know what I'm saying. So someday I've run across people who are just plain skeptical, no matter what you say. Just like in your situation with you and your wife, when you mentioned this, hey, well, that tennis player was blase, you was right 100%, but just at the moment, she was, not that she didn't believe you, but just having a little skeptic about it until she was able to verify. Some people want to verify everything, no matter what somebody tells them, and that skepticism is just,
that will make you
it's just there, right? You know what I'm saying? So it makes it kind of hard to climb that mountain with a person that's close to you that may be so skeptical, and you have to deal with it on a daily basis.
So what you're saying is to pull back off of whatever, the surety for yourself, that's what makes you a cynic. I need to be sure of it. Regardless of your facts, what's going on, I need to be able to look at it myself and say, okay, this what it is.
Well, sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes there's nothing wrong with a little bit of skepticism.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Dig that, man.
It's a healthy skepticism. Healthy skepticism.
Well, I think nowadays though, it's more based off of, is the risk worth the reward, and like every time you meet somebody.
Right.
You know what I mean? The older you get,
you have the blinders on.
Now when you talk to people, it's like that song, "No New Friends." Like when it comes,
right.
I don't want nobody in my circle. Like, and so I don't know. Does the risk outweigh the reward?
Right.
Especially if you're like that all the time. Now there are some times that you need to be cynical.
Well, like
because you do need to be cynical sometimes.
At work, you know who to put up with. Does the risk outweigh the reward? I mean, there's certain idiots out there that you don't even want to deal with. The risk, the risk is minimal. The reward sucks. But I mean, but there's certain folks that you will actually put up with the BS from, because in the end, the risk will outweigh the reward, in that aspect.
What Rondell say?
Point blank.
Yeah. So now people, so y'all understand, like, you know what I mean? We don't want to beat a dead horse with it.
We do.
So, but we still had this game.
Yeah.
That
Hey, did you see that video? Sorry, man. Did you see that video where that kid runs in there and says, "Dad, I don't mean to keep beating off a dead horse here." And the dad looks at him and like, "What the fuck did you just say?" Oh my God, dude!
This is PG-13.
Nah,
hey, I was at work.
Nah, we already
had my earphone in.
Long time ago. But yeah, we do have a game to identify, help you identify whether or not you are a cynic or you have been cynic. Because I know that you feel like we talking about this and you're like, oh, that's me. I've been that person from time to time. I just didn't know that what it was called, It is called a cynic, and it is called being skeptic as well. So now we got 2 words added to your vocabulary. But so this is our game. What we going to do? We are going to call it cynic or not. Okay, so you're gonna let us know.
We ain't got our bullets.
No, because that mean y'all will have to write on them.
Okay.
And some of y'all handwriting like chicken scratch, like doctors. Nah.
All right, cool. Well, go ahead.
This is how we do it. I'll be the cynic.
She didn't give us the rule now.
I'm gonna give you the scenario, and then you're gonna tell me.
You always want to role play.
He does, doesn't he?
He can't help it.
But I'm gonna give you a scenario.
He from Memphis.
Yeah. Telling all this man's business.
Go ahead, man. How we
go
doing
ahead
that?
on and give you the scenario, and you're gonna tell me what the person will do in this scenario, if they will be cynic or not, based on how you answer it. So you're gonna answer, and then we're gonna determine whether or not you're cynic. Okay. So this is the first scenario. So picture this: you find $100 bill on the street.
Cynic. Go ahead, sir.
Do you think it is a stroke of luck, or would you immediately be suspicious?
Stroke of luck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pour some water on it and take it.
Nah, yeah, I'm just gonna pick it
just
up.
in case
now, if it was in somebody's wallet, then I took the money. That'd be totally different. You know what I mean? Like, if the money just down there, hey, I don't know who to give it back to. Hey, so I'm just gonna put it in my pocket.
You're not gonna say, look, I wouldn't touch that.
But if it had an ID with it and I took it, then it'll be something different.
Nah, it'd be something different. I'd look at the ID.
A wallet with money is different. But some money, I'm gonna pick it up and somebody be like, that's my $100 bill. I'm like, I can fight.
So
real
you wouldn't
good.
say, hey, you know how some people will say, hey, this $100 bill, I ain't gonna touch that. It's a trick. It might not be a real $100 bill.
That's why I thought that's what I was
I'll find it out at the register.
So that stroke of luck, would that be cynicism or not?
Nah,
I
mean
that's not cynicism, right?
Nah.
Okay, y'all good. Okay,
there's somebody being very skeptical.
Earlier, man, this popped in my head. Did you say equally yoked earlier?
Yeah.
I feel like that about us.
They having a sentimental moment.
They drunk.
Okay, so
my big brother.
The next one is your friend cancels plans at the last minute. Okay, do you believe that there's a genuine reason, or do you assume that your friend is just this they word they use, flaky?
Well, it still depends. Do they always do that?
Yeah.
Now, if they always do that, it becomes something. Then I'll be like, okay, you don't want to be around.
Well,
you know what I mean.
Or
well,
let's
just say this time it just happened for the first time. I mean, what you think? What would you think?
I wouldn't think that. I'm just like, okay, that some came up.
At this age, be like midlife crisis.
Yeah,
he's coming back with the quarterback.
You gonna give him? You gonna say, okay, he's not flaky. Nothing suspicious.
Now, if we had a couple of more events and they started doing it, then I'm gonna start picking the whole thing apart.
Yeah,
after
that's when it becomes situational.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not cynicism either. Y'all doing pretty good. Okay, next one. You see a new restaurant with rave reviews. Do you trust the review and give it a shot, or do you think, they just did somebody messing with those reviews?
I trust no reviews.
I don't like that stuff either, because then you get over expectation what it is, and it's never as
it's
good
just
as
like
you think,
not necessarily food, but just like movies. You have Rotten Tomato, right?
Yeah.
So you'll look at it and they'll be like 80%, and then I go to the movie like, what the fuck are these idiots talking about?
I thought that so many times.
Right. She was amazing.
Hey, you leave the movie theater like,
yeah.
Or it doesn't let you know how fucked up the world is then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I don't care about the review.
To answer her question, I'm like, me, before I go somewhere,
you look at the review.
Mm-hmm. Now,
I don't.
If the reviews are rave,
you want to go there.
See, that's when I become. But see, that's why I become a cynic though, because I don't I trust no review.
You want to know for self.
Look, that shit right there.
Yeah,
I know.
Who wrote that? I don't know your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You probably got a lot of friends. Hey, bro, just go on right there.
Like,
you feel me? Like,
if you take,
I'm cynical in that way.
Yeah,
I'm like that too, though.
I'm just like that. It's like, you're not paying my bills. I don't give a fuck.
That make me want to go. I'll go. I'll be like, oh, this place is getting rave review. I think this is gonna be good. Yeah.
Man, it's been so many movies that I went and seen with me and my boys when they had the bad reviews. I'm like, well, I got my money's worth.
Right, exactly. So
I'm putting up a job. I'm not gonna say the job what it is. I'm trying to get my stepson a job, right? And the first thing this job board said, don't sing a child. I went to the same job board.
But you know it for yourself.
And I know it for myself.
Yeah.
That it's a good job.
Right.
And the first thing they said, one of the reviews, don't sing a child.
Yeah, I always do it.
Sometimes things change. Though,
Sometimes it do.
It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been. So now things probably change.
Right,
they could.
But that's the first review that I read.
Yeah. But at that point, you had to go up there and see it for yourself. Then let me see.
Yeah.
Let me talk to the people. I need to touch them. I need to put my hand. I need to talk. I need to like so I can feel that energy if it's good or bad.
For self, yeah.
Okay, so two were not cynic, and then we got one cynic.
Okay.
Okay, the last one. Okay, your favorite sport team loses a crucial game. Dun dun dun. Okay, do you believe it's just a bad day? Or do you declare that the whole team is a disaster and just going to hell?
Well,
I'm blaming I'm blaming the 50-yard line. I'm blaming the referees, the coaches,
the squirrel that ran.
Everybody, listen. Everybody's fired.
I'm blaming Vegas.
Listen, look. In my book, the water boy must go. Everybody, fire the gym. Everybody.
Okay, that's another city.
Daniel Jones.
Now I'm really scared to check the phone to see if my game, because I ain't watching there.
I'm finna get up and.
Well, that's the same thing, like when singers, when you have your favorite singer, or may not be your favorite singer or somebody that can really sing, but they have that one.
I'm like that with R. Kelly.
That one bad night.
He can R. Kelly do whatever he wants to.
Yeah, I don't want him to pee on me. Just sing.
I'm gonna listen to the music though.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna listen to Kels.
Or when you're
you done made too many babies. Look, that man said I done made too many children to not listen to this motherfucker right now.
You ain't gonna mess up my favorite. You gonna mess up my favorite.
But I was just saying, okay, so when you're like somebody they can sing, they get up there in the award show or national anthem or whatever, and they bomb. Are you gonna say, Are you gonna say like Kevin, they on crack? Or you gonna be like, okay, they just had a bad night. You're gonna be like, they just never could sing. They can't sing no way.
Nah, I'm gonna be like,
I'm definitely like
her voice is
they had a bad day.
I don't know. I think Flavor Flav shit was some bullshit.
Talking about that Star Spangled Banner or whatever he said.
Listen. He got one in. He got one in for all the fuck up.
I didn't see that.
You didn't. It was terrible. You don't want to see it or hear it.
What Flavor Flav saying? What?
Yeah.
Flavor Flav just did.
You gotta look it up. Yeah.
And he did it.
Oh my god.
He did it in good flavor of love fashion too.
That's what I'm saying. The motherfucker with the clock.
With the clock.
I have no idea.
The guy with the clock.
He ended that motherfucker with the babe. I said, when that man,
man, he's the only one.
They should have let him do it. They should have let him do it. What did they think?
Back in the day,
my anxiety made me a sinner.
But whoever owned them streams, they got paid.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, Flavor Flav's the only one that got the memo out of all those folks wearing clocks. They're like, this shit's heavy. Flavor Flav just started yelling. I think that's a dude, all the weight on his neck. Like, it done cut off the.
Yeah, it was great though. It was great. It was terribly great.
Yeah. Does that make you a cynic?
Yeah, you gotta look it up. Yeah. It was terrible.
Okay, that makes us all. That don't make us cynic. That's just the truth.
Are we skeptical?
That's just true. Now we say, okay, all rappers shouldn't get up there because they're gonna bum like Flavor Flav. That make us cynic.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so y'all did a good job. Y'all did a good job. It's just one of them. Y'all got us on the restaurant now.
Yeah,
talking about y'all wouldn't go.
I'm not saying I wouldn't go. I'm just saying
with time.
I don't believe the bullshit. Like, because my taste buds are different. That's like when you see shit. They may say, like, I swear to God, that's blue. And I know in my mind, I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna
trust me. But you're not trying.
Like earlier when sis on the read the script, I'm like, I don't have no glasses.
I've been fooled before.
No, trust me when I tell you it's blue.
See, I said the same thing when I was talking about the tennis player. Now she's supposed to say.
No, earlier, sister, read the part, and my eyes said no.
No,
man, I have been dressed with some unfashionable things.
Unfashionable.
That I didn't even have. I didn't have the friends to tell me. Well, in here, y'all be like, you're wearing fucking lime green. And I'm like, what? I didn't know that. From head to toe.
Hey, no,
I was like, I was headed to a damn rave with some. Give me some glow sticks. And none of y'all told me until like one day. I guess it was too much lime green. And you're like, why? And I was like, I thought it was yellow. I want to look like a fucking bumblebee. I was trying to.
Now everybody gonna know how old we are.
No, I just turned 43, like literally like a couple of days ago. You can cut.
All right, look, man, we got another part of the show that we it's kind of last minute, but okay, we're gonna wrap it up for it.
Last minute, but first place.
Yeah, man. Y'all got any last word about
Cynicism.
I'm glad you said cynicism. You was being real deep.
I had to try to get the word out. You know what I mean? Because I was about to fuck it up real bad.
I haven't tried because I got cotton mouth.
And you trying to give him nothing to drink?
Who?
No, I've been trying to, but I forget. That's part of the symptoms.
He got what the doctor. He got what the doctor ordered over there.
Oh, he got what the doctor ordered.
Okay. I'm Mr. Pill.
Mr. Pill.
Hey, no, we can't. We had to be advertisement friends.
Yeah.
This is Dr. Pickles.
Dr. Pill.
Dr. Pickles.
Any last word about cynicism? What y'all think?
Well, as far as it goes, like I said, it struck a nerve for me because I know I have that trait. I'm not a skeptic. I always look at the glass half full versus half empty, but at the same time, if I'm stuck in something in a train of thought, and it's logic and it's finite in my mind, I would stand on this shit. I would stand on this shit like Mount Fuji. Like I made it to the top, and you can't tell me.
I like that film.
Hey, you been to the club? You got a wristband on.
Oh yeah, I went to my Harvest Club there because my son's birthday. So we did everything. We did laser tag.
Did y'all do candy too?
Who?
Don't worry about it.
Not that candy make us dandy. No. But can I say one more thing?
Go ahead.
I want to shout out my son Mason, man, for overcoming his fears and like he did some amazing shit. We went over you brought it up with the wristband. We went on the catwalk, and it was a couple times where he went in full panic mode, and then most of the stuff on through mentally, not physically, but mentally. Then we get down. He said, "Dad, my hands are tired." I said, "Oh, because my son, he's stocky." I said, "Oh, you learn how to be a man, now you're carrying your weight." So as far as being cynical, at first I looked at my son. I said, "You know what? He ain't gonna want to do this shit." I had automatically made up my mind, but then I came right back to it. I said, "Well, I'm his daddy." You know what I'm saying?
I'm his daddy. Why you say it like that? I'm his daddy.
Because if he gonna get through it, I gotta push him through it. And I told him, I said, "All right, well." His older cousin, he was in front, he was in the middle, I was behind him. I said, "I'm right behind you, son," the whole time. And I couldn't get out there, pick him up, do nothing because the way the shit is made, I gotta hold on to a rope.
Yeah.
But to see my son get up, like he turned around, he had full panic on his face, got up.
He didn't say it like that though, did he?
Well, shit, yes he did. Yes, no. I don't know. Maybe I did in my mind. But we was up high though.
That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? But he got himself up. So I want to say to my son, Mason, listen to here. I'm proud of you, son. You showed how tough you was today. You showed how tough you was today.
All right, even though your dad was cynic about it.
Man, you know, that's
awesome,
I was.
Yeah.
Skeptic about it. Okay.
All right, Recon, what's up with your last words, brother?
I've always been a cynic of the world. Not just horrible, just never. I haven't just been bad. My glass has never just been half full. It's been almost there for the majority of my life, but I mean, there's just, I started working when I was really, really young and worked my way up and left and did what I had to do. So I've had to sell myself before, like I was telling you, my personality.
You on 3rd Street?
No, Brooks.
Brooks. Yeah.
Lamar. Brooks.
You make more money. Shake your leg.
On Brooks. You had to say so. I'm like, no, I feel yourself.
But you've always
throwback thought.
I always had to be in that situation where, you know,
for sure.
So now, I don't know. I think that's where the cynicism comes from. But at the same time, like the older I get, and I've had kids, I've just had 4, or the 4th one.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to work on a little small platoon.
Right.
Just in case.
But
no. But you see different aspects in the way they look at life too, and it brings it back to like the full motion of how you start wondering how people get there and what you can do to make sure that they have a positive outcome in their life coming up, right? And so it's changed me in that aspect because kids are so innocent. But I don't know. I think it's just your worldview and how you were brought up and raised, and how what kind of lifestyle you've had to define like cynicism on a real level. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people put up with whatever. But I want to just do a shout out for Veterans Day to my dad. He passed 5 years ago, day before yesterday, and it's been, every year about this time it gets double hit, so But rest in peace, Pop. I love you.
Happy love. All right. All right, Mimi Jane.
Okay.
You want me to go first? Are you good? Go
ahead.
Same conversation in the bedroom.
I'll go. You say the best for last. Okay. Okay. Cynicism, skepticism, whatever it is, I think the most important thing is finding the balance. We talked about that earlier when we always kind of discuss the topics before on the show, and we was talking about with Jalen, and I'm sorry he didn't get it. I'm very sad that he didn't get a chance to call and get his view. Yeah, he booed up. But you got to find that balance between it's okay to be cynic and skeptical, but it's just you got to have some kind of balance, because you got to see the good sometimes in things. Sometimes good things do happen. You'll never know if good things happen if you're always looking for the bad. You can't there's a lot of things that I said that I was just going to write down, but just kind of like life lessons or things that I have learned or come to know, just so that I guess the kids could go back and read it and say, okay, these are the things, this is the wisdom that our mom imparted to us. Because I think that when you see it on paper and you see it actually written down from that person's perspective, I think it kind of it becomes real to you. It's just certain things, like if you're gonna do something, one thing that I always think of and I always say, if you're gonna do something, just do it. If you're gonna do something for somebody, just do it. Don't be looking for them to do something back, in return for what you do for them. Don't be expecting people to treat you the way that you treat them. Don't be, looking for something in return. In other words, you might pour all your heart and soul into a friendship or a relationship, and then it's not reciprocated to you, and you're mad because you feel like you're giving and you're doing this and you're doing that, and they're not giving it back to you. You buying gifts and nobody's buying you a gift, things like that. So if you do things, from your heart, just because you want to do them, don't be looking for, that stuff in return. You know what I'm saying? If you post me or whatever you do about me or whatever, or you share something to me, you did that because you wanted to do that. Don't be expecting for me to post you too. You know what I'm saying? But if you post me, thank you. I appreciate, you posting me and telling me how much you love me, but don't be looking for me to do that thing back to you. So I just tell them, don't expect the unexpected, be spontaneous, be creative, be outgoing, do all that stuff, but don't never look for nobody to be you, because you're you and they're them. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay to be skeptical. It's okay to be safe. It's okay to question things. You don't have to question everything that happen in the world. Sometimes stuff just happen. You know what I'm saying? We have no control over what happens. Sometimes we can sit up here and say, I wonder why that happened. Or if I hadn't went there, maybe this wouldn't happen. We'll never know. So I think a healthy balance between being cynical or skeptical and being optimistic is always good. And that's what I will leave you with.
Balance. Man, I ain't got nothing to say. She just said everything I wanted to say. She always
leaves you speechless.
Look, every time.
Good job,
look, because here's the thing. Like this, we've been together for 30 years, so this is what I expect. You know what I mean? I don't have to. You know what I mean? Now I'm gonna get applause. I had to say what I'm gonna say. Go ahead, man. Yeah. I ain't got nothing to say. On that note, we got some special guests. I know y'all done seen them in the background all night rather. Man, we got them cooking partners. Man, come on, round of applause.
Cooking partners, man. Good cooks. Good cooks.
Yeah, we have nothing in here to eat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, right there.
Oh, you dressed for the occasion? You talking about what you got to get in?
Yeah. You got your all white on.
You got your winter white on and Sachi down.
Let me get in here.
No, you got to put that down. Wait a minute. We don't let one of this coat. We don't. You all right? But put that down. Put that towel down. We don't want to be responsible for this white jogging suit.
Put it right here.
Raise up. Yeah, we don't want to be responsible for this jogging suit. Yeah, we don't want none of our chair to rub off on that jogging suit.
I need to wear white all the time. I get this kind of treat.
You got your mic. Pull your mic up, Fred. Yeah. All right, people, like, yeah, this is a special episode tonight, man, because we got my brothers, these cooking partners. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? So I wanted to bring these brothers on for a hot second because we had a like I said before when we started the podcast, we had a barbecue competition last week. And how we come out, Fred?
Oh man, came out winners.
Yeah. Go to the mic. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was good, man. We entered that contest and prepared for the best. And first competition that we had the opportunity to enter and came out number one.
Right. Number one. So I just want to All Night Food Squad again. Like we ain't had them on here in a minute. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with you, brother? You all right? You all right? Yeah, see, you got your red and white on. You know what I
mean? Kind of feeling myself, man.
Yeah. So how did you feel about the competition that we had last week?
Bro, like this is what I be saying all the time. This is what I've been saying, bro. I don't think nobody can stop us on that, dog.
Already. Like, is that a cynic or is that just confidence?
Oh, that's just confidence.
That's confidence, there. Okay.
Yeah, he's very optimistic about that.
Yeah.
This what I've been saying. Like with the seasoning and stuff that, you know what I'm saying, that you do, man. I ain't never seen nobody that can freehand and hit the mark every freaking time, dude. Like that's like that's something I never seen before.
Right.
You know, because sometimes I get it right, and like I said, I've been doing turkey leg for a long time. Sometimes I hit the mark dead on, spot on. Sometimes, but not all the time.
Right.
So sometimes I'll be a little bit off on some. I might have a little bit too much on some, bro. But you hit it every single time.
Right.
I don't care if it's just backyard stuff. And then, man, dude came over there literally, bro. I gotta say this. This man said, man, I don't know what the hell y'all got on this meat. But
right.
I'm finna get from over here before they think y'all paid me. That real talk.
Yeah,
man, when somebody say that to you, bro, like, man, it was that one time.
Yeah.
And another one said, bro, like, this the best meat I ever tasted in my life. Like, dog, that said something.
Yeah,
like,
that said a lot. Yeah.
And I'm saying, like, man, I've been saying this, bro. Hey, I watch a lot of barbecue shows, cooking shows, stuff like that, man. Hey, Big Mo Case, bro, we coming for you.
Man, we coming for you, big baby.
Right. Y'all mixing, man. Y'all just don't think y'all messing with us.
Man.
I'm telling you, man. Like, hey, that was one of many to come, man.
Right.
I enjoyed the experience, you know, and like I was a little tired at first, but you know what I'm saying. But, yeah. Oh, Fred was hard on me though. I gotta say this.
He was hard on you.
Well, you wait till you get down here to get lazy. But yeah, I gotta say that though, man. But I appreciate that whole experience.
And we had even just coming up to the experience, man. We had we kicked it on that Friday night, just on a pre-cook type, just trying to make sure that. And all of us was there, you know what I'm saying? Even that's a cooking partner back there too, you know what I'm saying? Bitty's Hip Hop Kitchen. But like we just to critique what we had going on. Me and Fred Slick got into it about this shit, about the design. After but it was a thing. Like we talked to the who was throwing it, which was Antonio, right?
Yeah, Antonio Gross.
Yeah, he gave us the rules. And then I saw the frustration. Look, and Fred. Oh, man. And then look, all night. Look, he walked out. He said, "I don't want to hear this shit, bro."
Hey, man, say no more. I'm out of the way. But I mean, he passionate about his plating, man.
Yeah.
I mean, when dude said he couldn't use the plate that he wanted,
right.
Like,
it's like kill the spirit.
Oh, man. I'm like, it kind of
kills the spirit. But I get it though, because like when certain rules come in, how did you even? You can talk about like how you even process going from what you wanted to what you had to do.
Right. I didn't just start doing what I do. Every day I look at different other cooks, and I'm constantly reinventing things in my head and my mind, getting different ideas from social media. Even before I play, it's already played it in my head. And so when I do something, I'm my biggest critic.
Right.
So, and then I'm stubborn, you know what I'm saying, when it comes down to using certain things to get that look, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But long story short, when it came down to the crunch line or to the punch line, we pulled through.
Yeah.
We made it happen. Most of the time at the punch line is when I do my best work.
Right.
And that goes for all of us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When we pressed against time, you know what I'm saying, we know that we got to show up and show out.
Yeah.
And that's what we did, man.
Yeah,
we got good results. It was dedication. I think out of everybody that was in the competition last Sunday, we were the most prepared.
Right.
And it showed up, and it showed off.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I wish more people was in it than it was.
Right.
It really would have showed the skills, you know what I'm saying? Because we would have had more competition. But it still is what it is, you know.
Although I think the results would have been still the same.
It's still, I do too, you know what I mean? Because we had like people coming up to us, you know what I'm saying? Even with the play, like Kelsey, he was on. Everybody had a job to do, first of all. You know what I mean? Kelsey made sure the grill was heated properly, everything, you know what I'm saying? Forever was on play and I was on season, certain stuff like that. And I was, you know what I'm saying, we were checking temps, and you had people walking, why the fuck this nigga keep on checking the temperature? They ain't checking this, see if it's hot. See, y'all don't see it. First of all, now you know, I know you don't know what we doing. If you seeing me using the thermometer, I'm trying to, you know what I mean? I'm doing it for a reason.
Right.
We looking for tenderness before, without even having to eat it for real. You know what I mean? For that, right. But yeah, we had a great time, and I just wanted to show the OCB fans, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know, you will. Like what we do, you know what I mean? On the other side of this thing, you know what I'm saying? Besides the podcast, besides the music, we also cooks, you know what I mean? And I'm always with my brother. Yeah, and you see how one of them, he just went to sleep back there. But yeah, we'll zoom in on him. I think he had one too many. But that's gonna be another show. But yeah, man. But how did y'all enjoy the show?
Oh man, it was good. As always.
Yeah.
But this time we got a chance to be first and up front today.
Right.
That was cool.
Yeah. So man, I'm glad y'all was here today, man. We're gonna I know we're over time right now, but it's all good. But I had to show my brothers, man. Don't forget, Chef Lee, what's your social media?
You can see any of my media content on Instagram at Chef Lee Chef.
Yes, sir. And all night
Food Squad.
Yeah, All Night Food Squad.
AKFS something, right?
Yeah. All Night Food Squad on Facebook is All Night Food Squad. Instagram is All Night Food Squad. Everything is All
TikTok is All Night Food Squad.
Yep, it's ALLKNIGHT Food Squad.
What's your back page?
I ain't got damn what it is, bro.
You find out you're showing your feet.
Showing his
he got an OnlyFans and a back page.
I'm finna get off.
All right, man. Yeah, we gonna get off this thing, man. Love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Had a great time, man. We gonna go old school one more time.
There we go. Oh yeah, I haven't heard that one.
On the weekend, we gonna ride and chill and do what players do. No more working, we gonna get fresh to death and choose up on a few. Slick sipping, because we're Rigo, baby, and that's just what we do. That's right, the hottest.